Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I wanted to make this quick video. And I want you guys to really get the gist of what it really means to be non-biased, and also to know that things will arise. Negative emotions, negative thoughts, feelings of despair, feelings of unhappiness. But it doesn't mean that you're unhappy. It doesn't mean that you're not living your best life. It doesn't mean that you're not following your highest excitement. It does not mean that you're not going to make it. But what it really means is that you're aware of it, and now you can take accountability and then find some familiarity and understanding that it's an energy interference and also an energy transference. So there's transformation, there's elevation, there's coming into balance, and you're able to decipher it, and you're able to see past the illusion of it and to not get muddled within the details of it. So there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. There's nothing wrong with speaking your truth. There's nothing wrong with being who you are, and there's nothing wrong with facing yourself. It's actually the most beautiful thing that you can do is to literally just face yourself. Have that one-on-one with yourself. You don't need a coach. You don't need me to do that. So I wanted to offer up this thing about having that sense and sensibility with yourself, looking in the mirror at yourself and just being like, okay, there's something not right there. There's something off. And it doesn't mean that you're not of the highest love and highest light. You still are. It's just reminding you. It's giving you self-remembrance. It's giving you a reminder of what to deal with and what to let go of what you're holding on to. And then once you do that, it's very freeing and it's very beautiful. And I kind of wanted to dial down on it and to understand also what I wanted to talk about in this video is that you have time. You have all the time in the world. You're not a minute early and you're not a second late, but you're just on time and you're just right where you need to be. So there might be things in your life that try to tell you otherwise, but none of it means shit, okay? None of it means anything. All of it really is a distraction, is trying to throw you off your game, are illusions and projections and appearances. And all of those things are just illusions. So you can just narrow it down to the very fact that none of it's real, the people are not real, but the only thing is real is your transcendental consciousness. That is the only thing that is ever real, that is ever true, that is ever revealing. There's a revelation there. And you can always see it for what it is. You can see it for that it's revealing something to you. It's calling you back to your divinity. And you can allow yourself to have true discernment. And I'm talking true discernment with this understanding is that I almost dropped the phone there. That was kind of funny. See, I'm able to laugh at myself. Sometimes I watch my videos and I laugh at myself and what I say, but ultimately everything I say, I just channel and I do my best, and it's not flawless. It's not always effortless, but that's the beautiful thing about it, because you get to see your imperfections and you get to redesign them and realign them as perfections, okay? And that's what's beautiful about it. And it allows you to get a sense of understanding, sense and sensibility, vulnerability, opening up, letting go, and then receiving in and getting back on track. And when we allow ourselves to redesign our life, we allow ourselves to become life itself. And it's not always about giving the most positive message, because sometimes the most positive message can be the most deceiving message. Being overly positive doesn't always mean that you're always aligned. Now, but when you get into the nature of motivation and empowerment, some people will not perceive it as positive. That's where the deception lies. And that's in all religions, all prophecies, all belief systems, rather it's Hinduism and anything of that nature. There are going to be things that you resonate with, and there's going to be things that you don't resonate with. And you have to find the things that breathe life within your space and take out what doesn't breathe life within your space. The deception lies where someone could give a faulty truth. They could think they know what they're talking about. They can assume they know what they're talking about. They can gather all the quotes and the information and the hypothesis and the theories and the using scientific instruments, and also having this to say about that person. And I'm not saying that there isn't people that abuse their power. But what I'm really saying is that you can't abuse power when you are it. It's very powerful. If you are power, you don't have to justify it. If you are empowerment, you don't have to motivate it. If you are the I am presence, you meditate on top of it. And we are not a human being having a spiritual experience. That's the biggest misconception of spirituality. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. We are the consciousness that is projecting, manifesting, and redirecting every type of synchronization and experience that you're having on this earth plane. That is what's happening. And the biggest misconception is that there's always going to be something to deal with. There's always going to be something to heal. There's always going to be something to integrate. There's always going to be something to buffer out. But as many days that you wax on and wax off, wax on, wax off, it's an ongoing process. But trust the process. Have faith in the process. Know that you are the process and that you will get through whatever you need to get through. And following your destiny is the most difficult thing that you can do. Because when you follow your destiny, your alignment, your faith, your security, everything, you have to ditch all the other bullshit. You have to ditch all the other stuff that goes against it. And you almost have to get to the point where everybody will look at you like you're ridiculous, or that you're trying to run away with your positivity. And that's not it either. But when you're being overly empowering and overly positive to escape yourself and not actually integrating and healing and having realization and not acting on stuff, and you want to be closed in, you want to be locked inside of your house and not experience life, then you've missed the point altogether. But we have to learn that we can change everything. We can redirect and redesign and project what we want and make appearances and show up to our life as if we're meant to be there. Because that's how life is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be trying new things. And it's letting go of that fear. You know, I know for a fact that in the 3 years that I've done this, is that I've let go of a ton of fear of doing stuff. And I actually had to try to kill a snake. The other day I woke up and my girlfriend was not aware, and it was like a 5-foot snake. And then it went to the wood pile where I cut wood on this property here. And I had to immediately get ready to kill that fucking snake. And it was kind of almost as if I put smelling salts in my coffee. It kind of perked me up for a second. I wasn't scared. It was just, the thing was very slick and had a lot of movement, and I couldn't necessarily kill him. And then he went under the house, and then we had to let go and say, okay, he's under the house, he'll probably go away. But it's things of that nature. It's just dissolving that fear and not being afraid to stand up for who you are, always. And we will always have naysayers. We will always have people say that we're false prophets, and we'll always have people who will criticize and say that you're doing the most darkest thing ever. But that's actually the deception, because everybody else thinks they know everything. They think they know what's going on. And really at the core, they only know from their third dimensional experience, instead of really tapping into a higher density of consciousness so they actually understand and be aware of energy. And I'm not saying that in their life journey, they could have a completely different experience and a completely different truth. But honor your truth, honor your destiny, honor your alignment, and know that you'll get through this. Thank you guys. I love you. And I'll probably be going live on TikTok later, so check out that video as well. Thank you.